In terms of our next story, Warren Faidley may not be a household name, but he's no stranger when it comes to severe weather or those who follow it. You might know him from the iconic tornado picture he took that was used in the original Twister movie. KMR Local 4's Mari Farrell sat down with Faidley to talk about his experiences with extreme weather.
Warren Faidley's an extreme weather journalist that grew an interest in weather back in Tucson, Arizona.
Growing up in Tucson, we have a lot of monsoon storms, so that's kind of where I got my interest in weather. Started with lightning, then went to hurricanes and tornadoes. So I cover the entire spectrum of severe weather, anything from dust storms in Arizona to severe weather here in the plains to the hurricanes along the Gulf and East Coast.
Faidley has taken many pictures of extreme weather during his a little over 35 years of chasing, but he is best known for the picture of the tornado used on the cover of the original Twister movie. He says that he almost went home that day.
There was a little disturbance, and it was enough to get me to stay here. And lo and behold, this gigantic LP supercell went up near, I think it was between Pampa and Miami when it first started. Right before sunset, this little tornado came down over open country, which is good. It wasn't going to hurt anyone. And I shot it and had no idea at the time it would end up being used for Twister for all their promotional material.
Faidley also says the writers from Warner Brothers almost had a character based on him on the original Twister movie.
The writers from Warner Brothers contacted me and wanted to use a character like me in the movie for the original script. And then when other parties got involved, and they ended up changing it to the script that we saw in the movie. It didn't turn out, but it was really cool to work with the production company on Twister and go to the premiere and meet Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton.
Despite capturing the picture of the tornado used on Twister, Faidley says one of his most memorable experiences was his first tornado chase in Saragossa, Texas back on May 22nd, 1987.
Unfortunately, that town was hit by a very strong tornado during a children's graduation ceremony. And that really affected me. It eventually led me to becoming a volunteer EMT. So if I'm out there, I'm not just chasing, I'm giving something back, which is always a good feeling if you end up in a community devastated by a tornado.
Faidley also mentioned the memorabilia that he wears often while chasing and the meaning behind it.
That's a T-Rex tooth. Whether it's a storm or it's a T-Rex, you always have to remember that there's something bigger than you when you're out there chasing, and this reminds me every time I go out.
In Amarillo, Mari Farrell, Fox 14 News.
Faidley adds that when severe weather happens, you need to be aware of the risk level and potential hazards. You also need to have a plan. John Harris talks about that all the time. You need to know when and where to take shelter. For the extended interview with Warren Faidley, head over to myhighplains.com.